Hi, my name is Greg Lipper. I'm the CEO of Value Advantage. Value Advantage provides uncommon value and competitive advantages to Asia's small to mid-sized enterprises, the IT service providers that serve them and support them, and the marketers that want to better understand and reach them. We do this by applying new thinking to old problems. We've come up with a fundamentally unique and innovative business model that enables us to serve all three participants simultaneously and provide much greater value to them than they are accustomed to. However, like anything else that's new, it takes a little bit of explanation to understand it. The purpose of this series of videos is to help you understand how Value Advantage works from your perspective and from the perspective of the other two participants in the alliance that we have created. Before jumping into that, I want to start with a metaphor using the medical industry, because everybody can relate to it. When you get sick, you go to the doctor, you try to explain to the doctor what's wrong, he tries to understand your explanation, he makes a diagnosis, he makes a prescription, and we all hope that it works. If it does, you get better, and that's the end of it. If the prescription doesn't work, you have to go back to the doctor and start the whole diagnosis process again. That's the way we've all always received medical services, and so we don't think anything about it. But if you think about it, it's a really bad business model. First of all, from the doctor's perspective, his revenue potential is limited by the dimensions of time and space. He can only service the patient that's in front of him right then, right there. So that means that in a day he can support maybe 10, 12, 15 patients. From the patient's perspective, it's a terrible model. He has to physically go to the doctor's office when he's not feeling well. He has to try to explain in his layman terms so that a doctor can understand exactly what it is that's wrong with him. He has to take the prescription, maybe go to a drugstore or go to a hospital to pick up the medicine, and then he has to go home and hope that it works. Well, let's clear all that away for a moment. Let's think of an entirely different approach. What if we could use technology to fundamentally change that business model? What if the patient could carry with him a device that was constantly monitoring all aspects of his health, from his blood to his heart to his stress levels, and was constantly relaying that information back to the doctor's information system? And then let's take it a little bit further. Let's say that the doctor wasn't reading all of these streams of information. Let's say that there was a program that was analyzing the information and would only alert the doctor when there was an exception, when there was a problem that required his judgment or his intelligence to act upon. Then the doctor could take that information and remotely and proactively prescribe solutions to problems that the patient doesn't even know he has yet. The patient could receive a message from the doctor that says, "You've got a cold coming on. I've created some vitamin C concoction for you. It's going to cut off the cold, and it'll arrive in your office this afternoon." Well, the patient would be getting more convenient service, more effective service. He would enjoy better health. And now let's say that it's not just one doctor, but thousands of doctors are doing this to support tens of thousands of patients. And all of that data is sitting on one server. Well, then we could apply economies of scale to the procurement process as well. We could help the patient get a better deal because we could go to the pharmaceutical companies and say, "We have 10,000 people in our database that have a headache. We have 20,000 people in our database that need this specific type of medicine. And we're going to give you a direct channel to them, but you have to give our patients a much better deal because your cost of business, your cost of sales is much lower." Well, none of that exists in the medical world today. But that's exactly what we have done for the small to mid-sized enterprises in the IT domain. The rest of this video series is going to explain specifically how we do that for the patients, which are actually our members, the small to mid-sized enterprises, for the doctors, which we call our partners. They are the managed service providers that provide the IT support to the members, and to the marketers, which are the companies that want to better understand and better reach the SMEs across all of Asia Pacific. If you are a small to mid-sized enterprise, please click on the member link. If you are an IT service provider or a managed service provider, please click on the partner link. If you are a marketer that wants to better reach or better understand the Asian SME market, please click on the marketer link. Thanks very much for your time. We hope to create value with you and become your profitability platform.